you guys, it's Channon Rose, and I wanted to just quickly make this video because something recently very unexpected happened with our whole IVF situation, and so I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that. Also, I've been really sick, which is why I haven't had videos up the past few days, and just a lot of stuff has been going on, and I've actually filmed even though I've been sick. I just haven't had a chance to edit those videos and get them up yet, but just know that there's a lot going on and you will be updated, and I'll be posting those videos soon. But this one was basically us getting a call from our doctor with the results of our PGS testing. So how that works, in case you guys don't know, is, we did IVF, we got our embryos, there were 7 that survived, and the reason we wanted to get them tested was because if for some reason they weren't genetically normal or chromosomally normal, if they tried to transplant the ones that weren't normal inside of me, I would either miscarry or I just wouldn't get pregnant at all. And when you do a transplant, you have to do 3 weeks of injections. It's really expensive, and it's a lot on your body to go through. And so we were fortunate enough that we could be able to test them since we had 7. Last time we didn't with Snow because we only had 1 that survived. And if you guys watched the video, you knew, like, we were so shocked that we had 7. There was just so many, and we were so excited and grateful. Well, we got the call back from the doctor, and she let us know that out of those 7, 3 survived, meaning the other 4 embryos were all like chromosomally abnormal. So even if we tried to get pregnant with them, we most likely wouldn't get pregnant or would miscarry. So they went ahead and discarded those embryos. But here's the plot twist and the kicker. You can find out the gender of the embryos when you do this PGS testing, and I definitely just was curious and wanted to know. So I asked her, were you able to find out the gender? And she was like, do you want to know? I was like, yes. In fact, we filmed this whole video, and we'll be putting up our reaction to it in a little bit. And you'll be able to hear the doctor and everything that she says. Not in this video, we'll put it up in the future, but basically all of our embryos were all the same gender. Not just the 3 embryos that survived, but all 7 were all the same gender, which is really unique. And she said she doesn't see that happen often. And so because of this unique situation, and because we're doing IVF and everything that we do is kind of mostly different than how most people get pregnant and how they do their gender reveal and their pregnancy announcements and everything, because like I said, our situation is unique, and especially this situation, knowing that we know what the gender is going to be if we're lucky enough to get pregnant with one of these embryos, we thought it would be fun for us to do a gender reveal since we kind of already know. So if this didn't happen for some reason, we didn't all get all the same gender, most likely we would have just let them choose a gender, and put it in, and then we would find out normal people, because we want to keep it as normal as we can for our situation. But because this happened and it's all the same gender, we don't get to have a gender like a real gender reveal. Do you know what I mean? And so for us and for you guys, I just thought it would be really cool to make a fun gender reveal video and be able to put that up for you guys. And the reason I'm not telling you guys yet is because we want to be able to make it special for you and for us, and to be able to tell our family, because when you get pregnant, normally you get to do that kind of fun stuff when you get pregnant normally, and we wanted to be able to still be able to do something like that. I hope you guys understand. And so we did a really cool, well, not really cool, but we did it where we filmed our family's reaction to finding out that we had all the same gender, and then letting them guess like what they thought it was. And then like we filmed all that, and we are editing it to like make it a fun gender reveal video. So it's actually going to go on Patreon on the 1st, which is this Sunday, and then like a couple days later it'll go up here on YouTube. So yeah, I kind of wanted to let you guys know that whole thing, and like kind of what happened with the PGS testing, because I know a lot of you guys are asking like, how are the embryos? I know you were testing them, and a lot of people just thought we just had 7 embryos, and if you don't like really understand IVF or know all that goes into it, it can kind of be like confusing, or like, you know, it is confusing, especially if you're new to it. It's like, it's hard to kind of like understand all of it and like what's happening. And I think people thought like, I'm gonna be like pregnant right away, but we were not doing a fresh transfer. We're doing a frozen embryo transfer. So that means that our embryos are frozen, and then they're going to, you know, get my body ready, let it heal and everything from the surgery, and then do the transfer. And we'll obviously keep you guys all up to date on all of that and when we plan to do it and everything else. But out of those 3 embryos, they like grade them. And so what we'll do is we're planning on doing like the very best embryo that we have, and we're going to try to implant that one first, and then just like pray to God that it works. And Travis, and some people had asked like, what do you plan to do with the other embryos that are being like left frozen or whatever? Can you use those for like the future? Absolutely yes. And Travis and I have agreed that you know, if we're financially able to, that we would love to be able to have more children in the future. And so we will plan to use all those embryos to try to have, you know, kids in the future, if we are able to financially, like, you know, be able to afford all of them to go to college and everything else. You know, we want to be smart about it. That's kind of where we're at right now. We have 3. They're all the same gender, so we didn't have to like, you know, worry about that, because I wanted it to be like a surprise where like they choose, like meaning like the doctor chooses like randomly. So Travis and I hadn't really got to that point yet of having that conversation, and now we don't even need to. So yeah, it was very shocking to know that literally they were all the same gender. I just really wasn't expecting that. I don't think the doctor was expecting it, and it's just so crazy that we're gonna be telling you guys the gender. It's so weird. It's like so different the way that we're doing it. Like the order, normally you're like, why would you do a gender reveal? You're not even pregnant yet. It's because like we're finding it out this way first. We're finding out what the gender is first, and so we want to be able for you guys to find out like in order that we find out. Does that make sense? I hope that it does. I know, again, our situation is just unique because of the way that we're doing things, but we want to be able to document our journey, and this is just the order it happens to be going in for us. So anyway. Oh, also, guess what? I'm on TikTok. I'm like the mom on TikTok. And I'm like hooked, and it's so much fun, and I'm such a bad dancer. Like, some of you guys are being really sweet and saying that like that I can dance. I can't. I was like the girl in dance class when I was little where like everybody was turning left and I was turning right, like because I didn't know my right from my left for like the longest time. So if you want to be entertained, definitely go hang out with me on TikTok because it's fun. And also I'm on Instagram, so let's be friends all over the social medias. All right, I feel like I'm rambling now. I'm very excited to be able to announce the gender, and again, that video will be up on Patreon on the 1st of March 2020, and then a few days later on YouTube. And we have some really good giveaways over on Patreon this month. We're doing like Disneyland ticket giveaways, big makeup bundles, my book, paintings, like all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you ever wanted to sign up on Patreon, this would definitely be a good month to do it because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's something else that's like big that's happening, and a lot of times we'll announce over there first. So yeah, anyway, okay, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I love you guys so much. All right, I love you guys. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in my next video. Mwah.